Bee Crafters. Thank you for joining me on this lovely Tuesday evening. It is Try It Out Tuesday time. Tonight we are going to be doing some art journaling. I'm going to be using my Dylusions ledger journal, and I'm going to be using some of the Bee Crafty Transparencies and Dylusions Paint. Outside of that, I'm not going to give you any more information, and I'll tell you for why. It's not because I don't want to. It's because the idea for what I want to do is currently residing within my brain, and I'm not sure if I can make it go to here. So it's sort of going to be a sort of fly by the seat of our pants thing. You know, we'll do some stuff. We'll see what happens. I'm just currently selecting more stamps in case. I have got a selection down here, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I was actually looking for, I found them the other day, my coffee stains. I've obviously put them back in a safe place, so we shan't be using the coffee stains. Alright, let's get to my phone so I can see who's here. Hello. Hello, Shaz, Maxine, Julie, Alison, Sammy. Yeah, so I apologise there wasn't much notice. I've sort of been all over the place today. And, you know, I actually have been all over the place, not just figuratively speaking. Because, some of you might know, not all of you do, but Sam and I help run a thing on a Wednesday called the Bidford Warm Hub. And it's for anyone in the village to come along and have tea and cake and things, so no one's lonely. There's always someone for them to go, and it's totally free. Well, tomorrow is the second anniversary of that, so we're having a second birthday party. So I've been making cakes and stuff, and we've been getting food for the party and all this sort of thing. So yeah, so that's what we've been doing. So I'm going to be using my Dylusions journal. I'm going to be using this transparency. I can't remember which faces this is from in the transparencies. Have a look on the website, they're all there. I've selected two big ones. Okay. I've selected Fern Flourish, and I have selected this one, which looks like pebbles or cobbles, but now all I can see is mini eggs, because that's what Sam called it earlier. So now that's all I can see, because Sam called it mini eggs. She does these things to me, I'm telling you. It's just... she does it to try and confuse me. And now I can't remember what it's actually called. Right, so first of all, I think I'm going to try and do a double layout. I haven't done one yet in this journal. Okay, so we're going to move that to the side. And we're going to crack on and do some paint. Like I say, I've got an idea in my brain, fairly confident, won't work out the way I want it, but we're going to do it anyway. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to get some water on my paintbrush, and I'm going to just, so this hasn't been gessoed or anything like that, and I'm just going to go over, okay, with some water, and then I'm going to add on some paint that I have not shook up, so I should be ashamed of myself. I mean, I should be, I'm not, but I should be. And we're gonna, I'm not necessarily going to bother going all the way to the edge. I'm going to go on with these. By adding just a little bit of water to your Dylusions paints, it helps them travel, it helps them move. Obviously it does water them down a little bit, so you do have to be mindful of that, but you know, this is where we are. If you want the colours, I can give them to you in a little bit. Not right now, because I'm putting the paint on. And then we're going to go for this one. So we do have Lemon Zest Sour Apple Teeny. Just going to give that a little bit just to get some of that off. Blue Lagoon, Laid Back Lilac, and then a bubblegum pink. Okay. I might put a little bit more laid back lilac in there. Pebble pavement, thank you. Oh, and that's just adding in some more pink to there, so that's fine. Okay, then I'm going to get my pebble pavement and a wet microfiber. Move this along. Because we are removing using our wet microfiber. Ooh, that's quite exciting actually. To give us that sort of water bubbly sort of look. Okay, I'm just going to give that a wipe off with my wet microfiber. Lovely. Alrighty, so then I'm going to take my heat tool. I'm going to dry it off. Okay, so this is one of these things that I think I feel like I've been doing a little bit of a refresher on Dylusions Paint recently, but I know this isn't something I've covered. You can actually, whilst it's wet, you can wick with it, you know, almost like you can with Distress, because it is also reactive with water. Okay, now in reality, should I have gone this way to this way? Absolutely I should have, but the problem is I do kind of like this effect that we've got going on here, so, you know, I'm still going to take it and run with it. And give that a bit of a heat set. Now, the paint was a little bit thicker on this side, and obviously it is a slightly darker tone. But on this side here, you can still see the ledger through. Okay? That's to give you an idea. You don't have to say goodbye to that ledger if you don't want to, using your Dylusions paint. Now, I have to say, the effect here with the, which has obviously brought the laid back lilac and the bubblegum pink over into the sour apple teeny, I'm absolutely loving. Absolutely loving that. Okay. Love it. Brilliant. Okay. Now, my plan is that Dream is going to go here. I'm actually going to invert her slightly. And I'm possibly going to cut her hair off. Yep, I'm going to cut her hair off. I'm going to do that now. Okay. We're going to go up here. Give her just a sort of like a silhouette outline. Okay, and then we're going to take a pencil or a pen or whatever you've got. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to very quickly actually just going to snip that off there. Just draw around the edge. Okay, because that's where our acetate. Hello, Mother Darling. This is the square ledger journal. Okay, so you've got your ledger underneath here, just to give you different sort of looks. I think I've pretty much covered the mesh on the other side. But you can see it coming out the top, so it just gives it another layer, you know. Okay. Now I'm going to need a palette. Did I bring a palette? See, this is the voice of someone that knows they brought a palette, but they can't see where they put it. Like, I really can't. Okay, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're just going to grab a blending mat. And we'll just go with that. Okay, and again, I'm going to use the same colours. I'm going to need some more of that. It's that extra year making me forget what I know. My 41 years are starting to catch up with me. I know, right? But thanks for your support, Shaz. You know. Always nice. So this is the thing as well. I would like to say that obviously this is a really good rainbow. And I think a lot of the time we do get concerned with, well, I don't have everything I'd need to make a rainbow. Or, you know, it really doesn't matter. These are 5 that you wouldn't necessarily say would be good enough for the rainbow, but they are. Okay? Because we've got a yellow, something from the blue, and something from the pink, and then something to put in between. But even if you only had your red, your yellow, a blue, and something from the red side of the spectrum, you could still mix together and make some of these other colours, okay? So, I don't, you know, I'm fully aware you can't all the time. I mean, it's something people tell us, isn't it? You can't have everything. I mean, I think it's rude myself, but, you know, you can't have everything. You can't, I know I can't. You should see me when I'm having to do orders from Ranger. Not a happy bunny. Because we can't have everything. I wish we could. I'm just going to work at the minute and just getting all those colours in. Okay? And then we'll fill in the gaps after. So I did wet my paintbrush, but then I did sort of take the excess off. So it's just sort of, it's not dry brushing because, like I say, I did wet the paintbrush, but I wanted it to be. Then I'm going to start adding in some of the layers of colour. But you could also, you can dry these. Bear in mind you've got your girl here, so you can sort of sit her on. See how it's coming along. Yeah? I'm going to dry these so that I can put layers on top without them becoming mud. Okay, so then we'll go back to our yellow. I need some more greens. The green's not really showing up, is it? If you go over where your line is, that's okay. I've gone over a bit more of that cool background than I wanted to, but here we are. Sort of have to just embrace what we've got, aren't we? Don't we? Right, so I'm going to mix these up. Go over the top. Mix these up. I do want some more lemon zest. I'm going to clean out that brush properly. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. That's lovely. That's giving me a lovely look. Okay. Might come back and put some more yellow in that in a minute. I'm not really sure. It has taken a turn that I was not prepared for, but I was quite confident would happen. Because that's just the way I do things. Okie dokie. We're going to go for... We're going to add some white linen to... I'm just going to take my wet okay, and yep, back to what I was doing on here. And again, I'm just going to actually dry brush that. I'm not trying to remove everything, so you know you can still see the spots. Put it right on the top. You'll be able to see that detail. But before we do, I'm going to get a small brush. Pick up some of the turquoise, the blue lagoon. Whoa. Fries there. And then there's a bubblegum pink. That will show up pretty well on there, I think. But I'm also going to the bubblegum pink. Some little hearts. Okay. And then I'm just going to heat set off these droplets. Like I say, I have covered up this a bit more than I wanted to. I wanted it to be more washy, but you know. It was Diane Reedley that, you know, got me into art journaling, and she's very much just embrace what's there. So that's what I'm doing. Alright, and then I'm going to get a blending tool and my white linen. Okay, so I'm going to put my white linen, I'm just going to put it onto my board. I'll put more white linen than that. Okay, and then we're going to take our Fern Flourish. There's different places over there, and then using just the blending tool as it is, just in a few different places. Alrighty. And what I'll do actually is I'll peel off that foam and dunk it straight in my water, and then it will still be wet when it comes time to wash it out, which of course you're going to do with cool water. Alright, I'll give this a little waft with my heat tool. And then using some collage medium, and I am very much on my new pot of collage medium. There was no. Okay, I'm just going to. So I do have some more transparencies to be released soon, but it never seems to be the right time from when we first did them. Okay, so I'm just going to put her on there. Okay, and then you can see sort of fits in. To where her hair is. I think she needed to be a little bit further up. Okay. I'm just going to stick her down on there. Okay. Now there is a little bit of a gap here. So I'm going to take and just bring a few more. Down here. Okay. I do have some more faces. The problem is, when I start doing more faces, I do like loads and loads and loads and loads at a time, and then I don't know which ones to go with. Which can be a bit of a problem. I've gone quiet. I know. I'm sorry. Concentrating. Alrighty. Now, I think this also needs some white lines in the hair. The thing is, the faces are available in the stamps, the transparencies, and also don't forget that there is some on the white media paper, okay, which are really cool. Okay, so I've just put my journal on white paint. My Posca can't be empty, surely. It's giving empty vibes. Right. Okay. Okay. We have Poscas because Sharpie don't do the white ones anymore. But I'm hoping this is one I found during the cleanup. So I would be using my Posca. But I finished it. I didn't know I could finish them actually. But here we are. So let's see if this one will. So that colour just sort of started to overtake a little, so I'm just thinking if I can claim some of it back. That's lovely. Okay. It's a little big for in here, I'd done better. There's my Dylusions Paint. Maybe. But I just think the transparency as well just gives it a different sort of, because of that glisten, if you see what I mean. Now, if you had really nice handwriting as well, obviously you could do, or even some asemic writing, you could do in there. But I'm not going to do that either. Okay. So I'm thinking we need a little bit more transparency in our lives on this page. This is me. I'm embracing the highlights. I actually now have a Go Faster stripe going down just above both sides of my ears. Like a badger. Okay. So do we think that needs some white behind it, or should we just put it straight on the pink? I will listen to your advice on that one. Wisdom highlights. Straight onto the pink. There we go. Julie was first in. Oh, and you're all in it anyway. You're all just like on the same page. Love it. There you go, Alison. Keeping one for the other side. Right, so I'm going to go on. Just as it is. On there, but I might pick it out with some white pen later. Okay, now I'm just deciding what else to add, if anything, truth be told, because I kind of feel like it needs something else, but I don't want to over mess with it. I know what we could do. We could bring back our palette, because we haven't done that enough. I think I'm about to use a double layer without using a stamp. Not even joking. Right, I'm going to, with my small Dina Wakley, this is the number 2. Okay, I'm going to load my brush up with some paint. Just add in some of these little heart shapes that we've got over here. I do generally like doing these with a marker, but I think maybe doing them with the paint might just add something slightly different. Okay. I feel like my sour apple teeny might have got a bit lost, so we'll do some with that as well. So I'm just going to do so in a place when they're going to stand out and be seen. And then that's 2, so that's weird. There's one over here. So we'll go in the laid back lilac. I'm not going to do quite as many, because obviously over here I want you to be looking at her. Okay. So like I say, so Dream is available in a smaller stamp, and if you want to reverse, for example, I'd do it with stamping tissue. I have done that before. So you can find recently as well, so you'll be able to find that on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And please check out some of the videos as well, because YouTube don't think they're valuable unless people watch them, obviously. There was me not going to do as many with the laid back lilac, was I? No, I was not. Okay. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure. Still not sure. Okay. Right. I'm going to go in with the script background stamp. Okay. And I'm going to get my picked raspberry oxide. And where I've done the circles, I'm going to stamp just a little bit. Not a lot of bit, just a little bit. Bit Gina G, ooh, ah, just a little bit. And then I'm going to get a Sakura. This is just one of the, it's one of the plastic Pigma pens, but we do have the microns on the website. Add in some little plus signs in a couple of different places. Now, if you're not confident drawing on, okay, in the Art Journal Essentials and the Journal Art Elements and things like that, we have lots of little stamps, so you can just add these on as you go. Do you know what, I'm just going to do a little, because aside from the outline of Dream and the transparency word, there isn't any black, which kind of makes it look like if I could have used, if it would have been a different colour. I don't know. Oh, there's a good question. Whilst I've got you, and several of you say you like the transparencies and you enjoy them, would you be interested in, for example, coloured transparencies? Or you just prefer them printed in the black and you can do whatever? Genuine question. Are the old Dylusions tubs the same? Yes. So, Julie, they changed from the wide tubs, which I really liked, by the way. But they changed from the wide tubs, I think, because when Diane first brought out the big tubs, she was very clear that as you open them, you have to spray them with water when you're finished using them. And lots of people weren't, and they were going sort of like jelly and whatever. And that became a problem. Whereas in these, because you just dispense the bit you use, it's always sealed, so the paint stays how it's supposed to. Plus, I have to say, these are half the price of what the tubs were back then. So it means you can get more colours, because obviously the tubs were quite big. So there's a couple of reasons they changed them, but the main one is because obviously with a big wide open tub, it allowed more air and more evaporation to take place and them to dry out quicker. Whereas in the flip tops, they stay. Okay, well we can always try, can't we? Okay, I think I'm going to stop, because otherwise I'm going to do something I regret, aren't I? Let's face it, if I keep going, I am going to do something I regret. Did it turn out like I was planning? No. Is it close? No. So thank you very much for joining me. If I do get a chance to put the idea I had in my brain on paper, I'll try and make sure I'm recording it at the time. Sam has put a link on for the Bee Crafty YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that. If you see anything from Bee Crafty on any of the socials, if all you can do is click a thumbs up, brilliant. If you can click a heart, even better. If you can comment, fantastic. If you can share it, great. But we understand if you'd rather not share things to your profile. But any interaction you can do with the posts, please do it. Okay? It only takes a couple of seconds and it really, really helps. If there is anything you are looking for or waiting for or hoping for from Bee Crafty, please let us know, because otherwise, you know, I have some skills. I wouldn't say I have a lot of skills. I have some skills, none of which are telepathy. So, you know, let us know. But yeah, make sure you're following us on everything. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel. It's really, really important. Sam is in the Crafting Together with All Brands group at 2 PM on Thursday, but all of those videos will make it over to the YouTube channel, where there is also, I put a video on over the weekend for International Card Making Day, so you can see a card I've done there, and we're also trying to add obviously more reels to Instagram and things like that. So please make sure you're following us on all the socials. I don't have skills that are multiplying though. The ones I have are just the ones I have. A ledger sensor. We do have a text one, but yeah, we don't have a ledger, Sarah Lou. I will get right on that. Alright then, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this rather fabulous Tuesday. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye!